Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to discuss a few tips and tricks to make your gameplay better. So let's get started. We are going to look into SFX animation skills and how they improve or spoil our gameplay. I am going to focus on the SFX of Tier 3 and Awakening skills mostly, as they impact most of the PvE and PvP fights in the game. Let's start with Doctor Strange. For Doctor Strange you need to keep his SFX animation off for sure. Let me show you why. Doctor Strange has one of the most beautiful SFX T3 animation, but unfortunately mechanically, it is the worst one. Let's start by looking at his T3 skill with the SFX on. Firstly, look at the timer when I let his entire T3 skill run. It is active throughout the animation. Unfortunately, Doctor Strange does not do any damage during the T3 skill animation, and the damage only starts after the clones pop up and attack. The second major disadvantage with the SFX on is that you cannot cancel the skill at any point during the animation, and you have to wait a long time till the clones do their waving action. Look. I will try to cancel the skill at different point during the animation once initially, then when he summons the clones, and finally when the clones appear. But the cancelling at any point during this will cancel the whole skill and waste so much precious time from the fight and your CTP of rage proc time. Now, let's see this with the skill SFX off. As you can see, the skill can be immediately cancelled as soon as the clones show up. Second thing you can notice here is the clones show up much quicker, as there is no animation eating up the time. Watch this side by side as I press the T3 skill at the same time, and notice how fast the skill animated. Here, as soon as you see the clones pop up, you can cancel the skill and get the full effects of the T3 skill. So, my suggestion is to always have the SFX off for Doctor Strange. Now let's look at the free-to-play king, Quicksilver. Quicksilver is amazing because he's great even with a regular damage proc obelisk, because his 4th skill is perfect to proc damage on, and you can consistently proc with that skill. His Tier 3 skill does amazing damage. Unfortunately, it is hard to proc with like the 4th skill, and you will need to replace the 4th skill with the Tier 3 skill for the rotation, and once the proc gets messed up, it becomes very much time consuming to reset. In case of Quicksilver, you want to keep the SFX on. Here's why. Quicksilver's rotation is 3 cancel 4, 5, 1 and repeat as soon as 3 and 4 are off cooldown. Once the Tier 3 is available, you swap put 4 and instead use the Tier 3 skill. But with the SFX off, the Tier 3 skill immediately begins burst damage, and sometimes the proc doesn't go off, causing the entire rotation to be messed up. Now, let's look at the Tier 3 skill with the SFX on. With the SFX on, the Tier 3 skill does the same amount of damage, but there are a few hits in the beginning during the animation, which causes the proc. This works amazingly and consistently, which allows Quicksilver to do amazing amounts of damage. Watch as I proc perfectly every time in this gameplay. So, as for Quicksilver, my recommendation is to leave the SFX on. This is it for part 1 of my SFX guide. If you like technical videos like these, please tell me in the comment section so that I can make more of these. Part 2 is coming soon. Thank you for watching.